The St. Clair County Board of Commissioners Human Services meeting will come to order. The clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Samasco, Commissioner Ward,
Here.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Here.
Commissioner Bohm,
Here.
Commissioner Rushing,
Here.
Commissioner Graytop,
Here.
Commissioner London.
Here. Let's rise for the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, additions, deletions, changes to the agenda. I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Mr. Ward, is there a
Ward.
second? Thank you. Commissioner Graytop, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Agenda approved. Citizens to be heard this evening. Are there any citizens to be heard in the audience? Seeing none, we will move to updates. Number 4, any updates? Moving on to conceptual initiatives. Conceptual initiatives. None? Thank you, Bill. Old business. Any old business to talk about? New business. Under new business, item A, the purchase of the Peopleware schedule software.
Make a motion for the approval of the acquisition of the Peopleware software.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Yeah, you can go up there if anybody's got any questions or if you want to say anything. Sure.
Are there any questions, Amanda?
Appeared pretty straightforward to me.
Everyone set? We're all set.
Fabulous, thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Are you disappointed?
We made that, we made that too easy on our new director of
We could have said
library services.
congratulations on the permanent appointment. That would have been nice. Congratulations. Okay, item B, Resolution 1221, approving Area A 1B Annual Implementation Plan. And just, first let's get a motion.
I would move the resolution 1221 approving the Area Agency on Aging 1B Annual Implementation Plan.
Thank you, Commissioner Heidemann. Okay, thank you. Just before we vote, we're going to move this, according to the motion, to the full board in a week. And the area agent, I was there when we passed it at the area agent implementation plan at our board of directors meeting in Southfield. And they made a lot of changes and a lot of good things in there, but everybody approved it. There wasn't a whole lot of discussion, but they've had months and months of meetings and discussion. So I think a representative will be here next Thursday, so if there are any questions, so I would recommend we go ahead and move it to the full board. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Other human services matters, number 8. Seeing none, information only. Information only, number 9. Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to receive and file packet.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion to
Opposed, no.
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Support.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I'd like to call to order the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners Judiciary Public Safety Committee. Would the clerk take the roll, please?
Commissioner Samasco, Commissioner Ward,
Here.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Here.
Commissioner Bohm,
Here.
Commissioner London,
Here.
Commissioner Rushing,
Here.
Commissioner Graytop.
Here. Any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda? Can I get a motion then?
So moved.
Support. Moved and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Citizens to be heard. Any citizens wishing to address Judiciary and Public Safety Committee? Seeing none, there are no updates, no conceptual initiatives, are there? All righty, no old business. Moving on to new business. 7A, a proclamation recognizing William Senzik, years of service for final action.
I'd make a motion to adopt the proclamation for William Sesnick.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
And that was for final action.
I forgot to print it.
Nobody opposed? 7B, fiscal year 2013 Community Correction Plan. You have that in your packet there. It's a rather lengthy packet. It's an annual thing that happens. I was at the meeting when it went through all of the committee members and was approved there. Jerry Summer was there, answered any questions that anybody had, but this is something that they do every year. I would entertain a motion to move it on to the full board.
So moved.
Motion and support. A motion and a support. Any questions or discussion about this? All in favor of moving it on to the full board?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 1224, placing Drug Task Force millage renewal on the ballot. I believe you have in front of you a revised copy of that. I would entertain a motion at this time.
So moved.
A motion? Support. And a support. Discussion or questions about the resolution on the Drug Task Force. This was supposed to be on the, earlier, on the August ballot, but clerical errors of some sorts didn't bring it forward in time, so it will be on the November ballot.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
I did speak with the sheriff about 2 weeks ago and about this matter, and he's perfectly willing to have this on the November ballot with no problems whatsoever.
good. Commissioner Heidemann?
Well, 4 years ago, we had this passed. This is essentially for enforcement of the drug laws. And, we've been doing this for 30 years. And I actually think if you talk to the sheriff, it's probably been worse this year than last few with the problems with drugs in our country, in our county. I'm also on the community mental health, and they're now doing a lot more work with substance abuse. But I really think that at some point in time, we've got to recognize that, enforcement and prosecution, is important. I'm not saying that. But we also have to work on the other end of it for those people that do have a substance abuse problem to make sure that, they get some type of care so that, we can turn this thing around, because it's very costly, especially putting people in jail.
Okay. Any other? Nothing else? Then we'll vote on the motion. All in favor of moving it on to the full board?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any other judiciary and public safety matters that need to come in front of the board? Hearing none, information only. Item A is your 2011-12 Child Care Fund Site Review and your 2012 County Jail Inspection Report. On the 9B, I would just like to say how proud I am of the job that everybody did in getting that jail ready for the inspection that I'm assuming they passed it with flying colors, Ron. I know Ron Marsh and his guys had a lot of help and put a lot of help and time in to make things ready. We talked to the sheriff the other day about it, and there were some minor things that they need to correct, all of which I think they corrected on site, with maybe the exception of one thing. So I'm anticipating absolutely no problems with the feds. So I think they do an absolutely fabulous job, and I think the sheriff, the jailer, and the maintenance guys all deserve credit for that.
You need a motion to receive?
I do.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
On the information only A and B?
Yes.
Okay, I have a motion on information only A and B to accept and file. Support. Motion and support, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Okay, item 10, receive and file packets.
Move to receive and file packets.
Support.
Moved and support, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn. Need a support? Motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Fine.
See if you guys can be.
We'll work on it on this end, okay?
The the north end.
Good luck, Mr. Chairman.
I'd like to call the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners Environmental and Public Works Committee meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Samasco, Commissioner Ward,
Here.
Commissioner Bohm,
Here.
Commissioner London,
Here.
Commissioner Rushing,
Here.
Commissioner Graytop,
Here.
Commissioner Heidemann.
Here. Any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented,
So moved.
Support.
supported by Commissioner London. Motion made by Commissioner Graytop. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Citizens to be heard. Seeing none, we'll move on to updates. Was Matt going to be here for an activities update at the landfill?
No, he emailed in and said he couldn't make it.
I think he's out sick.
He
Okay.
did include some
So,
pretty
yeah,
extensive
yeah.
memos.
Yeah, in fact, I was quite impressed with him. I thought we'd do that under the activities report.
And he has also indicated that if the commissioners would like him at next week's meeting to go into a little more depth on the activity reports, he'd be more than happy to attend.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good out there, frankly. Conceptual initiatives, any updates from commissioners on environment? None? Conceptual initiatives, Mr. Kaufman?
No, not at this time.
Any old business? Saying none, new business. The Columbus County Park Lodge change order.
I'd make the motion.
Support.
Okay. Any discussion? I think we've gone over this in emails too.
This is the final thing. Actually, stopped out there.
It's gonna be final
Fast.
action or?
No, final
change order.
final change order. It's complete. I was actually out there last weekend to look at the building and everything, and came out nice.
Beautiful building, yeah.
It came out really nice.
Turned out well. No other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. No more, hopefully, there. Okay, the MDOT sponsored contract for rehabilitation of the East Area Taxiway, St. Clair County International Airport. Kathy's here
I'd like to make that motion for final action.
for final action.
Yeah, they need to get going on that. If you got any questions, we got Kathy here.
Okay, that motion is for $229,145. I assume the sponsor's share would be St. Clair County,
Kathy, you want to get up there and give us a quick spiel?
$5,729.
Yes, our sponsor share is $5,729, and it will come from their industrial trust fund.
Okay. Any questions for Kathy? Seeing none, all in favor, say
No, we
aye.
need a
Roll
roll
call.
call.
Roll call.
Commissioner Ward,
Yes.
Commissioner Bohm,
Yes.
Commissioner London,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner Graytop,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann.
Yes,
Thank you.
forgot about final action. Thank you. Okay, Smiths Creek landfill activities report. Any items in there that I like the fact that he's included in there the gas to energy revenue and also the revenue from septic customers that are bringing septic out there too.
Make a motion to receive the report from the Smiths Creek landfill.
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Graytop. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Any other environmental public works matters? Information only, the Park and Rec financial documents.
I move to receive and file Parks and Recreation financial documents under information only.
Support.
supported by Commissioner London. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
I move we receive and file packets.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Move to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We are adjourned.
Setting a record here, Howard. I don't know, but
Let's see what the north end can do now.
I'd like to call the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners Ways and Means Committee to order. You take the roll, please.
Commissioner Samasco, Commissioner Heidemann,
Here.
Commissioner Bohm,
here.
Commissioner London,
Here.
Commissioner Brushing,
Here.
Commissioner Greathoff,
Here.
Commissioner Ward.
Here. Are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda? If not, is there a motion to adopt the
So
agenda?
move.
Support.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any citizens to be heard on Ways and Means matters? Seeing none, moving on. Any updates?
I guess
Okay.
we can do it in updates or conceptual initiatives. Been talking with Bill quite a bit. Probably that time, again, that we need to start maybe looking at bidding out some of our general liability insurance, perhaps our banking, some of the different things that we do on a 3 or 4 year kind of period. And if we want to entertain doing that, we've got to, you know, get going here, I guess, in the near future to give people ample time to do their thing, because a lot of that stuff is January 1 kind of stuff. So I don't know what your flavor is as a board, but I know last time when we did the liability insurance, we actually had some pretty favorable results, and I think with anything that we've been looking at since we went out and did some stuff on periodic, it's been in our favor, so. Would you want to
Well,
comment about it?
Yeah, and one of the, we had planned, if you recall and think back to the setting some priorities for the board, one of the things we talked about was bidding some of those services. And this year we intended to proceed with bidding our banking. However, very quickly we were informed by the treasurer in her office that the courier service was going to expire much quicker than we anticipated. So we really kind of dropped everything at that point. The purchasing department did, and work with the treasurer to deal with the courier service first, which is on the agenda tonight later on. But once this is out of the way, we will be moving forward with preparing the appropriate documents to work on bids for banking. The other thing that you'll see in the agenda is cost allocation bid award. That's something that we haven't done for, 13, 14, 15 years, for a long time. Haven't gone out for bids on that. That is something new that we have done this year. We've also been talking about going out for bids on our workers' comp insurance. One of the things that we would like to do prior to that, however, is conduct an audit. But as far as the deadlines are concerned, certainly the banking is something we want to take care of and get in place before the end of the calendar year. So purchasing, we'll be working very closely with the treasurer's office and the finance department to put that together. If there are any concerns that the board has, please share them with administration soon, because we will be putting that together. And as we did last time that banking was put out for bid, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, longer than that,
More than 7.
more than 7.
It was in,
Okay.
would have been in 2004 when the bid was put out, and it was awarded in early 2005.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just on the
okay.
board then, yeah.
Okay. We will be working with a consultant that has helped us at that particular point in time to make sure that this particular bid package fully explains what it is that we're looking for, what services that we need. So it will take a little bit of time, a little bit of work to refine that bid document.
Okay, thank you. The only question I'd have, you mentioned about bidding out workman's comp. Is workman's comp something you can self-insure?
We are.
Oh, so what are you just bidding out the administrative?
The
part?
administration of
Okay,
it,
all right,
yes,
all right, that
yes.
makes more
And
sense,
it-
because I would have thought we have a big enough group that you could self-insure it, yeah.
And I don't think that's probably been 30 years. It's been a long time.
Okay, all right, thank you, sorry. Anything else? Any conceptual initiatives? That kind of covers it at the same time, yeah. No old business, moving on to new business. Item A, asphalt repair seal stripe project award. In your packet, there's some information that I think Ron Marsh has put together for us. I think it's fairly self-explanatory. I thought it was a good idea to cover no pun intended, the old jail parking lot as well while you're doing it, while you've got them here. You know, the company that you're working with is a company that I'm familiar with. I mean, that has done local work, a lot of local work. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions, or is there?
This is for all 5 locations then, right? Tim?
Yes.
I would make a motion that we send it to the full board.
Support.
Questions?
The only question I had is the Marine City Courthouse, that's to be paid out of the Marine City District Court Fund. That's,
Sorry, Ron. Did you want to add something? You don't have to, I just thought if there was something.
Okay.
Then if,
I would make that motion as final action then.
and is there support for final?
I'll support it.
I would just like to comment, what was it, Tuesday I walked by, Ron? Yes. And the when we removed the old jail, we left the parking place in place, and I was amazed. I think other than a few places that, you know, if people had parked properly, they could have squeezed a few more cars in. And I mentioned to Ron, I said, I think we need some stripes here so people know where they're supposed to park. And he said, we're working on that. So it's certainly is timely to come before us at this time.
Okay, so we,
Are you gonna do the one-way in deal that we talked and, yeah? Good, yep. Good.
we,
Just one question, if this is for final action, it gets approved. What's the time frame for this to get completed?
We had hoped to have already started this weekend on this lot with the company, but it looks like it'll take about 4 weeks to do all of the sites, because we have to do it after hours and on weekends.
any other questions? If not, I think we need roll call on this.
Yep. Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Bohm,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner London,
Yes.
Commissioner Greatop,
Yes.
Commissioner Ward.
Yes. Item B, inmate billing position request. At your place from Mr. Kaufman, there's a memo in regards to adding some part-time staff to assist in the, we'll say, increased collection of fees for inmate billing. I don't know if any, is there, first of all, is there a motion?
I would make that motion.
Is there,
Support.
okay, discussion, questions?
If I read this correctly, we could even make money on this deal because of the concessions, or the,
That's how I read it.
that's how I read it. Okay, good.
Talking about this for a lot of years and how different places do it and all the above, so I think it's worth taking a crack at it, because as you well know, I mean, the old proverbial can't get blood out of a stone, but you need to have somebody doing it too, and
Well, my thinking is that, you know, you've got people that are paying. There's a certain group that could pay and just don't because nobody's asking them to pay. And this will help collect that. There certainly are people that just simply can't afford to pay. And, you know, again, you can't get blood from a stone, but even gentle phone calls encourage people to pay sometimes. So there's motion and support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Item C, Armored Courier Bid Award. And I think there's a cover memo at your place. In addition to that, is there, first of all, is there a motion for this?
I don't know about a motion, I don't know, because we're waiting to get more information, correct, before this goes any further?
There was a recommendation at your.
Yeah, at your place, there was a recommendation. I was gonna get motion and support and then ask the treasurer to come up and
I'll make the
maybe give it.
motion.
support.
Okay, Can you just give us a little bit of background? I mean, I'm not sure who has been doing this. Is it, I think at one time it was free, wasn't it?
Talmer used to do our courier services, but last year about this time they transitioned their customers over to Brinks because they wanted to get out of the armored car business. And at that point, we entered into agreement with Brinks for a one-year term, which expires next month. So we put it out for bid to see who else was out there and would maybe want to provide the service to us. Of the two that responded, we liked Federal Armored the best. They were a little bit more flexible with the scheduling, excuse me, which was one thing that we liked. And then the other thing is that it looks like we'll be saving probably $500 to $600 a month too. So.
Okay. So these are the two that responded, but you did bid it to others because I knew there was more than just these two available in the area.
Yes, those were the only two
Okay.
that we received responses from.
Really the only question I had. Are there other questions?
On that second one, is that 1% of the net, is that already calculated into the 3,100?
No, I believe that would be a discount if you paid it within the 10 days.
Okay. That's strictly a payment discount then?
Yes.
Other questions? If not, we'll send, do you we'll take the vote, all those in favor to send it on to full board?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Item D, cost allocation bid award Maximus. I think Mr. Kaufman spoke about this just a few minutes ago. Appeared to me that,
Do you want to explain this, Bill, just to some of the guys that haven't been on the, I don't know if everybody's familiar with it, and kind of what it is and a little history.
I certainly could, or we could have the expert come up and explain. This, I can tell you, this is something as, when I was a department head, we didn't look forward to having to pay administration central services for some of the services they provided, but now that I'm over here,
Seems like a
my
good idea.
opinion,
now.
it's a great idea.
We have had this plan done annually forever, and this is what allows us to charge out the cost of central services, administration, human resources, insurance, building depreciation, electric bills, maintenance. It allows us to charge that out to non-general fund departments as well as grants. We charge it out to the child care fund and receive 50% reimbursement back from the state of Michigan. So we get just under 1.7 million, the general fund does, for cost allocation on an annual basis.
I would just say that I find it amazing, simply by bidding it out, we're going from 21,000 down to 14,250. I mean, it's great. You
Yeah,
just
the
pick-
same vendor too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Same job, just by asking.
Yeah.
Commissioner
The,
Greatop.
Thank you. The 42,750 for a term of 3 years, that's not per year?
No,
It's 14,250 on the,
14,250 per year.
Per year.
on the cover memo.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
Other questions? We have a motion?
Not yet.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Carrie. 7E, Resolution 12-22, adopting the collective bargaining agreement with Court Bailiffs and Security Officers Association, and this is for final action.
So moved.
Support?
Do we need roll call for something like this? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Are there other ways and means matters? Seeing none, there's nothing, information only. Is there a
Move to
motion?
receive and file packets.
Meeting next week, City of Port Huron,
Travel meeting.
travel meeting.
Oh, okay. The location, I'm thinking we're
Location.
meeting
Yeah.
with the city. I didn't understand. Very good. And there was a motion to receive and file packets. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
I was a little off on my time estimate.